Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, May 5th, 2019. I am making my way to Lower Manhattan right now to the ⁴ bike tour. It is a 40-mile ride throughout New York City. So the ⁴ bike tour spans all 5 boroughs of New York City, starting from Battery Park City and ending in Staten Island at ⁴ Wadsworth. Although I won't be riding the entire route because I'm volunteering as a 4th Marshal, I'll still be riding a majority of it because my station is in Lower Manhattan. So I'll be able to join in once my volunteer work is done. I am completely prepared for this ride. I have my waterproof jacket on, waterproof pants, rain boots. Also, I have wool socks. Wool, even though it can get wet, it retains warmth. Don't know what that argument's about. Or discussion. But right now it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I need to be down there by 6 o'clock. That's the volunteer check-in time. I have to be extremely diligent about making any sharp movements over metal surfaces because they can get really slippery. Also, the brakes don't work as well in the rain. Have to anticipate early. Make sure you're giving yourself enough time to stop. And it's always better in the rain to brake a little bit at a time rather than trying to do it all at once. I did apply some Rain X to my GoPro lens, so hopefully that keeps away the water from beating up. I don't know how the clarity looks right now, but I won't be wiping my lens throughout the duration of this trip. Right here is a lot of metal surface, but usually construction sites are pretty good with treating their metal surfaces so they're not slippery. So I'm making my way onto the Koch Queensboro bridge right now. Right here's a metal surface and it looks like it's raised here. Just want to take it a little bit slow there. I really hope that through this tour there aren't too many accidents or crashes. Many times a lot of the newer riders, they come onto this tour and they're inexperienced. They aren't prepared well, they're not wearing the right gear. Okay, so I'm on the 59th Street Bridge now. On your left. Sunrise is around 6 o'clock this morning, so I'm leaving way before sunrise. Like it's a special purpose train on the subway line here. So volunteers do get breakfast upon check-in. Well, right now I have my Cyclite front light. I forgot the name of the brand. And I also have my Cyclite Hot Shot 100 in the rear, the red light. Oh, I remember the front-facing light is called the Dash 460. It's a very good light with a innovative quick on and off strap, which I really like because I have multiple bicycles and I'm not tied down by any one mount. Multiple GoPro batteries on me, which should be able to last me the entire trip. Although changing batteries is another issue I may have to encounter. I'd want to do it in dry weather. The worst thing that could happen is water seeping into the camera and it getting ruined, or the battery pack. just about to bike over Roosevelt Island right now, which is in the borough of Manhattan. Right now it's still cherry blossom season, but after this rainstorm, I expect most of the blooms to be fallen. Have a rear carry-on bag, a Koch MTS bag with a rain cover on it. In the rear I have a wrench for unloosening the wheels if I ever need to change the tires. I have 2 spare tubes, a mini pump, and 2 tire levers, as well as a kryptonite U-lock. Here I just remember that it is raining and I shouldn't be going so quickly down this descent here. Even the white line, the paint can be very slippery, and I don't want to get injured before this tour even starts. After all, I am the Marshal. That wouldn't set a good example for a lot of people riding in this tour. They all need me to direct where traffic's going and where people need to go to. Here it's really dark right now, and just want to ease up all the brakes and set my lights to boost mode just so I can see what's happening. There's an e-bike. I know the lights may seem very dark on the video right now, but it's not nearly as dark in person. The GoPro doesn't really do a phenomenal job handling nighttime lights. So here it is, I'm in Manhattan. This is 60th Street. I'm making a right onto 1st Avenue. Even though 1st Avenue goes northbound, there's a 2-way protected bike lane here just for 1 block, so cyclists can go make a right onto 59th Street and down onto 2nd Avenue. So there's a do not enter sign here, but that's for the motor vehicles, so they don't go onto the Queensboro Bridge outer roadway, which is closed at this time of day. It reopens, I believe, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. They do close it down at night to do maintenance and other things. Here I want to make a left early onto the 2nd Avenue southbound bike lane. I'll be taking this all the way to Houston Street. One thing I do have to mention about the rain is It does seem that a majority of the time this 5 borough bike tour gets rained out. It's kind of been the running joke over the past few years. 2015 wasn't so bad because it was a slight drizzle. Today looks like it'll be a complete washout as usual. With this kind of bike lane in wet weather, the hazard you want to avoid, in my opinion, the priority hazard are sewer grates. Those aren't held to exactly the same standards as the utility companies. Manhole covers are also another concern. Sewer grates are very dangerous because they have splits where the bike wheel can just easily slip in between. Another thing too in the rain is the bike wheels are more easily able to pick up debris and other things on the road, and puncture flats and pinch flats are much more common in the rain. It is much better in the rain to ride slow, just because the traction isn't as good as dry weather. Also, another thing you really have to be careful of are puddles of water. Even though it might be a puddle of water, you never know what's underneath it because you can't see the bottom. Could be a pothole, could be a sinkhole with no bottom, and the water just feeds into the dirt on the ground. You could probably hear my rim brakes there, just squeezing out the excess water. After this 5 borough ride is all done, most riders and participants of the tour opt to use the Staten Island ferry to get back into Manhattan. Although the people who are working the tour, like me, will get express passes to bypass most of the lines with the ferry, which is a good thing. we're already volunteering our time and getting a late start into this ride, so it's just a little nice perk to have. There's normally a half an hour wait in between ferry boats. So I'm looking behind me, I saw the road is clear. I was about to make a right, but then I noticed the metal plates there, which I warned you about, and I just didn't merge into that lane at that instant. These are just all these little things you have to be wary of when you're riding on the road here. I also have a rear view mirror, so I don't have to completely turn my head. It also makes for a better viewing experience for you on YouTube, so be grateful for that as well. Normally during the day, this is 42nd Street. It will be packed with traffic. It does seem the rain is picking up right now, but what I have to say to that is, bring it on, Mother Nature. I'm ready for you. In a normal pace scenario, this is the Queens Midtown Tunnel. It'll be packed with traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, and I would actually recommend riding on the right hand lane of traffic. But since it's early in the morning, there are no vehicles out here, and I'm just able to stay in my lane. Although the bike markings aren't as clear as they should be, this is a shared lane. This is 34th Street. I am curious to see what kind of bikes people will be riding in this tour. Sometimes I see children riding this tour. And if I see any today, I reach my heart out to them, because this is not a condition I'd recommend children to ride in, especially 40 miles throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City. Sometimes I see tandems and unicycles. Even a unicycle in this weather, an experienced rider, it's very treacherous to try to ride on a single wheel. From what I heard, Lower Manhattan, or Manhattan South as they call the volunteer position, can go anywhere up to 30th Street in Manhattan. haven't seen too many other brave cyclists out here on the road. I'd say easily at least a quarter of the participants for this tour flaked out because of the weather. The standard registration price for the tour is $110. I saw some people actually giving away their tickets last night because they weren't able to attend. Some of them were even selling it for $50 or just to get rid of them. Even though you're not supposed to do that, because the way the tour works is when you register, they assign you a number, and that number identifies you as the registrant with your name and address and everything. So if it's a different person, what's this guy doing? Seriously, parking right in the middle here. It's also a liability issue with the registrant name not matching the number, because if someone gets into a crash and they need to be treated medically or get separated from a group or wherever, they need that number and that safety vest in order to contact family, relatives, friends. So this is 23rd Street. Houston Street is just past 1st Street. So I have approximately 23 blocks to go on 2nd Avenue, and then I have to make my way west. Very tricky because the police department parks in the buffer zone of the bike lane and the traffic lanes, and the lanes are narrow with the sewer grates and manhole covers. There's limited visibility here, especially at the corners like here. I always like to slow down, make sure nobody's trying to make a turn. Even if it is a one-way street, better to be safe than sorry, and I don't know what's happening here. Especially things like that, but I noticed the driver was adjusting the mirror and made sure that he noticed me before I proceeded. A little bit of water did seep into my feet, but I'm wearing wool socks. I hope it'll keep me warm throughout this tour. worst thing to be wearing on this tour is cotton. Cotton just soaks up the water and doesn't let any of it go. At least wool will get wet, but it will retain its warmth. The downside with wearing water repellent gear like this ⁴ bicycle jacket is that you will lose moisture on the inside because it's warmer inside and you'll be sweating. But you do have to make a compromise when you get more wet from the inside sweating, or when you get more wet from the outside from the elements. Oh my gosh, they just milled the entire 2nd Avenue southbound. I am not going to be riding on this, so it's nice of the city to do, but at this time when it's dark out, I'm not about to ride there. Instead, here's a perfectly good bike lane on, I don't know what street this is. I think this is maybe 13th Street, something like that. One of the newer bike lanes they put in because of the L train shutdown. And then I'll make my way down 6th Avenue, I think would be a good alternative. Actually, 6th Avenue goes north now, so I'll need to find another route going south. Good thing I noticed that milled road, because I'm just gonna go around this van. Yes, the rain is definitely getting heavier. This kind of weather just wreaks havoc on bike parts, especially metal bike parts like a chain or the frame. It's important when you get the bike inside to dry it off. I could have rode my bike south on Broadway. But Broadway isn't a good route because it will lead me away from where I need to be. It goes southeast and I need to be on the west side. Another alternative to wearing water repellent gear is to ride with a poncho or a plastic garbage bag, something to that nature. I can see the ponding issue with the water hasn't been solved with this new bike lane. The water still accumulates at points in the roadway. You see, this is 6th Avenue, but like I said, it's going northbound, so I'll have to find another route going south, which is 7th Avenue. And there we go, another hazard on the road I did not see, and that is some kind of plastic bottle. There's a very well designed bike lane. That's one cyclist I saw coming down this way. Looks like 7th Avenue, this section is completely paved over, which is a good thing. On the other hand, there aren't any lane markings. Here's West 4th Street and Greenwich Village. Behind me was the Stonewall Inn. The Stonewall Inn is where the LGBT movement started. A few blocks ahead of me is Houston Street. Morning. You riding the tour? Are you riding the ⁴ bike tour? Yeah.
First time.
Really?
How about you?
This is probably my 3rd time riding it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, good luck, man.
Thanks. It seems like every time it rains on this day though. Yeah. Every single time it rains. Street. Down there is the friend's apartment. This is Houston Street. My check-in is at Sullivan Street. And I can't make a left there because it's a one-way street, so I'll go out on this street, which is King. Oh, another plastic bottle. One message I do have for litterers is pick up your trash and dispose of it properly so people like me don't get into a crash on the road because of loose plastic bottles just like that. It's just not fair for people who try to do the right thing. So here's where Houston Street turns into a two-way street where I need to be. Sullivan Street. I'm going to be pulling over here and checking in at my ⁴ bike tour post. I'll catch you all when the tour begins.